Hey, what's up guys? In today's video we're going to be doing a recap of my 2017 from all the fun and excitement that I've done, from hanging out with my friend, going on our first vacation together, if you want to call it like a weekend vacation, to my travels to Atlanta, travels to South Carolina, and everything in between. And also a cool thing I got to see this year was the 2017 solar eclipse. Was mind-blowing to see that in person. But we're going to get into my 2017. I'm putting together like a cinematic kind of video of all my vacation trips and just some stuff that I wanted to capture and remember. And I do this every year, so if you're new to this channel and you like the content that you're seeing in this video, just stay tuned and we'll keep pumping out more content for you guys to watch and enjoy. So we start my 2017 recap video driving through Jacksonville Beach in my 2001 Toyota Celica GTS, making a cinematic car video before I go pick up my best friend from Gainesville, Florida. And as you can see, it's a pretty cinematic video. And that car, that's one of the most comfortable cars you'll ever drive in your entire life. Why it's so hard to film like Casey Neistat, because you got to get all these different angles and make like a cinematic video. Literally can't imagine how seeing here is the early mornings in Jacksonville, Florida, before me and my buddy go see the insane clown Posse. So what my friend is about to do is jump over this water puddle and get some serious airtime. And I believe this was one of the funnest times me and my buddy Nick had, actually going to see a group that we both enjoyed listening to, ICP. It was like a $30 ticket, if I'm not mistaken, $20 or $30, and ICP put on a phenomenal show. It was one of the better shows that I've seen in a long time. And yeah, 2017, seeing ICP. I never ever thought I would ever see ICP, to be completely honest with you, but seeing them in concert was a mind-blowing experience. And then we see Seth Rogen smoking a doobie outside the concert hall. Seth Rogen right there smoking it up.
I got post on Snapchat and Facebook. Dude, Seth Rogen is here. And he's rolling a doobie. That is so hilarious.
Seth Rogen is here. And he's rolling a doobie outside of the... That is so hilarious.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Devastation from the hurricane that we had hit in 2017 back in around September. It was a category 5, and because I had an SUV style vehicle, I was able to actually drive through this flooded road. That's one reason why today I kind of wish I would have a 4-wheel drive vehicle, because this girl in her Altima got stuck in this flooded street with no way out, and it was a very scary situation to deal with this flooding. And without the 4-wheel drive vehicle, I would have been stuck just like that girl was in that flooded water. So in July of 2017, we ended up taking a trip to Daytona Beach, Florida, and it was my first time ever being to Daytona Beach. And my buddy was like, hey, you want to go celebrate my birthday? And I was like, yeah, we can go for the weekend and hang out. And we ended up going during a custom truck meetup, which Daytona is very famous for. And it was cool to see all these lifted trucks and hang out with somebody and have memories that you're gonna have for a lifetime, because memories are to the soul what education is to the mind, and I always will agree with that statement. But it was a cool experience to see Daytona firsthand and see how much people party really hard. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to South Carolina. We are entering Charleston, one of the most historical cities. So what's up, everybody? We're just here on the USS Yorktown, which is an aircraft carrier, which is pretty cool to see. Once again, we're here getting ready to look at some historical stuff. And if you guys have never been on a military ship, which I've been on one before, it's amazing what these men and women live on for months on end to actually enjoy their service. And I respect everyone. That's crazy. Look how dark it got. And here's me driving in my old, beautiful 2001 Toyota Celica GTS, one of the best cars ever made. And I was heading over to this like little tiny beach area that I discovered by just looking on Google Maps. And basically it's over by the military base, but you park on the beach itself, and instead of being at the ocean, you're actually on the St. Johns River, and the whole sand area is covered in nothing but seashells, which I found to be very, very fascinating. And as you can see, I have to switch a U-turn and then drive. And I don't want to drive all the way down there because, you know, my Celica, for example, is not meant to be driving on there. And what I found unique about this beach area is everything is like trees that look like they've been cut in half. It's not a typical beach that you normally see, but it was fascinating to watch, for you guys to watch, and it was awesome to actually be there in person. And as you see, all the seashells were everywhere. It's a pretty fascinating place, if I will say so myself. I noticed one thing about Atlanta that I wasn't too keen on, and that was the significance of the bad traffic. The traffic in Atlanta is straight up horrible, but I could deal with that if I moved there to live in a place that is fun, exciting, and has stuff to do, and the weather, like I said, is just straight up beautiful. In the heart of downtown Atlanta, like all the big skyscrapers, the crazy traffic. Atlanta, when I went there in September, it was in the 50s, it was nice, it was relaxing, and it wasn't so hot and so humid like it is here in Florida. It must have not got past like 65 degrees, and I was like, this is awesome. And if you live in Georgia or up in Atlanta, you have the opportunity to see mountains, sometimes possible snow. The weather here is tremendous. and you do get 4 seasons. That's something you don't get here when you live in a tropical state like Florida. You get hot, 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 and that's pretty much all you're dealing with. And you can, yes, you can see it's hot. It's like 93 degrees out. So in January, I decided to buy some tickets and take my brother to see WWE wrestling because he's a huge hardcore fan and he's never seen wrestling in person live, and those seats were actually really, really nice. This was at the Veterans Memorial Arena here in Jacksonville, and for not being a huge WWE fan, I definitely had a great time enjoying the wrestling, even though I didn't know a lot of the new wrestlers. I would say it was a cool experience to see the wrestling live and see what they actually do. Holy crap, man, this is a very beautiful place. I love being out in nature and seeing stuff, and I love going to the springs. And this isn't the springs, this is right off the St. John's River, so you're getting very nice views of the St. John's River, which I love, man. Like I said, I've always loved going outdoors. I love being outdoorsy. I'm starting to explore different things where my town has to offer.
Yes, sir.
You got like a big piece of gum and shit.
It was too damn funny, man.
It was literally like this big. It was like someone just chewed and spit it out. And because it's hot out, it's extra sticky and icky. Here's a quick time lapse of me and my buddy going from Old Town, Florida to Gainesville, Florida. If you never heard of Old Town, Florida, it's because it's out in the boondocks. There's nothing out there. It's country as country can be, or at least country for Florida.
That's pretty intense.
You jumping? So back in April of 2017, I ended up selling my Toyota Celica GTS. You know, the Toyota Celica GTS is one of the most iconic rides, one of the most popular rides out there, and it's really aesthetically pleasing, and it really looks very modernized. I still wish I had it to this day, but at the time, I wasn't working. I didn't have the money to fix it up, so I had to do the thing that I had to do was sell it, which I'm very sad that I had to sell it because, to be honest, I still wish I had that car to this day because it had no car payments. It was extremely affordable on gas. But the last purchase I made was after I got a job. I bought a 2010 Nissan Altima 3.5 liter V6 SR, which is their sportier model. And to be honest, it's a nice, comfortable ride. It's nice, it's stylish, but for myself, I think the Toyota Celica fit me better because it's cheap, it's affordable, and I kind of live that scrub life. I don't have a lot of money. I'm not a rich dude, and it fit me because it's a very nice ride, and it's cheap, it's affordable, and it's easy to fix up. But to be honest, would I rather have the Celica over the Altima? Yes, I would definitely want to have the Celica over the Altima any day of the week. But as always, that is my 2017. Remember to rate, hate, comment, subscribe, and let me know which you like better, the Celica or the Altima, what looks more aesthetically pleasing?